We are so honored and we are so happy to have Joy of JingSlingers with us on the show. She is amazing, so creative, incredibly knowledgeable. Her recipes sustain us almost every single day. They have this incredible cookbook available on Amazon and we cook from it all the time. And this is one of my favorites. We affectionately call them the breads, but they are beyond bread.
Yes, and AnnaBlanca, an amazing human, a light worker, a sister girl, and I'm so happy to be here. Just really, really happy to be here. So what are we doing today? What we're doing today is we're making a coconut flatbread. And this flatbread is something that is an answer to people who are vegan, vegetarian, paleo, or just happy omnivores or want a healthy bread. They can make it just a few seconds. Literally. We're going to make it right here in front of you. We're going to do it with just a few ingredients. So you aren't going to be blowing up the kitchen or opening all kinds of jars. We're going to be able to do this, and it's fat burning and superfood. So let's see what we've got here. So
And it tastes heavenly.
Oh, if it doesn't taste completely out of the park crazy, then we don't make it. That's how it works. So let's start with what our flour is. So it's gluten-free and grain-free. So Joy, how do you do that? That is with coconut flour. This is a sustainably raised coconut flour, and that is actually from Nutiva. We actually like Nutivas.
Oh, Nutiva is an amazing company. I love their reputation.
It's got a nice little, fluffy texture, and we use it in a lot of our different.
And I'm matching the bowl. We designed it that way.
Yes, she's green. Our second ingredient number 2, is psyllium husk. So psyllium husk is good. It helps with digestion. It gives you that broom, that sweep through the intestine. It's all good.
It makes you
fiber when you need it. Yes. Did you actually say it makes you poop good?
Yes, I said. Okay. But it was a little bit like under the radar, but you heard it too.
No, it wasn't in Hungarian. You actually said it in English. But that's fine. It actually makes you poop good.
I know, right?
So now we've got coconut flour and a little bit of psyllium husk. And now we have to give it some jing. So in this little bowl,
the language.
We've got some maca. That's gelatinized maca. This helps to regulate hormones. And you want to get maca that's gelatinized or prepared. As a tonic Chinese herbalist, or just as an herbalist in general, it was important for me when I learned that there's raw maca and there's maca that's been gelatinized or cooked. You want the one that's been gelatinized or cooked. That's the one that you'll be able to get all the nutrients in, so you get more bang for your buck. The other thing we have in here is we've got some Celtic sea salt. So we've got all the atomic and monatomic vitamins and minerals from the ocean. We also have in here a little bit of black pepper, and the pepperine that's in this black organic pepper helps to modulate and bring all these wonderful nutrients into the cell.
Black pepper, everything.
And all of your organs will actually absorb it faster because of the pepper. So it modulates. And the third thing we have in here is granular garlic. So not garlic powder, not garlic salt, but organic garlic. So let's get all that in there. Perfect. And that was the recipe is in our book. This is our quick coconut flatbread. And we're going to mix all the dry ingredients together. And now the star of the show, if you wanted to make this into a cinnamon bread, you could 86 those savory herbs and use cinnamon or cardamom. We're going to put the star of the show here, which is the rosemary. And it's a fresh rosemary that we actually dried for a little bit, and that's going straight in there too. And that was just 2 teaspoons. And that has eugenol and all these beautiful, amazing volatile oils that really help the system.
Oh, God.
That's antihistamine. In fact, in the blue zones, especially in Greece, where people live to be more than 100, one of the main ingredients that they use in pretty much everything is rosemary.
Yeah, and I believe it really helps with the nerve regeneration as well.
It does. It does. So this is coconut oil. It's a little bit of coconut oil, only a quarter of a cup. So we're not using a lot of ingredients here. We're going to be able to feed 4 people. So we've got a quarter cup of coconut oil now in here. And the one thing about making breads or pastries, doesn't matter if it's pancakes or in this case flatbread, is that gluten-free flours in general are really thirsty flours. You're going to be able to see that in real time when I put the hot water in here. So it kind of sucked up the oil, which is nice because we want the caprylic acid and the capric acid, the lauric acid of that coconut oil working for us. Mm-hmm. Also in that coconut oil was an additional tablespoon or teaspoon of brain octane oil, yeah. So this makes it a little ketogenic as well. Now here comes.
All the notes.
Now it doesn't look like there's much in this bowl, but now this is where the magic happens. This is 8 ounces of boiling spring water. And yes, I said spring water. If you're be using any water at all, it doesn't matter if you're drinking it or you're using it in a. See how it's just rising to the occasion. It looks like there's way too much, and now all of a sudden we're gonna have this beautiful dough, just like that. Oh, you can smell. This is smell-o-vision. Jason Rebel, shout out to brother Jason Rebel. Smell-o-vision is his idea. Taste-o-vision, smell-o-vision. You can smell the rosemary. You can smell that garlic. Oh my gosh, silliness.
And when you bake it, the entire house just filled with that scent. It makes me so hungry.
Now see, it's going to take a couple seconds for it to actually suck up all the rest of that water.
Yeah.
And rather than take the time to show you how the way you make this, now that it's literally a dough, I'm going to get my hands in this in just 1 second. Finish is getting all of that moisture.
Oh, I can bring the ones in the paper to show.
Well, the ones that are finished, we're going to look at this guy up here. Yes. So this dough, let me handle this dough for you first. And yes, I've washed my hands, and no, I'm not wearing gloves because even though I cater and I private chef for a lot of red carpet people, a lot of amazing humans, based on being in their kitchen, my hands are super clean, and I don't need to wear gloves because we're going to be eating this. So you can just cut this right in half. And you can make 6 breads out of this right with your hands. You don't have to roll this. You don't have to use a, just right in your hand. Beautiful. Just like that. And you want it to be about 1/4 of an inch thick. Any thinner than that, and it won't have as much flexibility. But these make beautiful. Oops, see, there we go. There we go. Really beautiful paninis. It also makes a really good pizza, personal pan pizza. They freeze gorgeous. Now you can freeze it just like this. And if you don't have time to do it in a pan,
I put it in between brown paper. And never make less than quadruple your entire recipe because we don't need much. And then just have them in a box in the fridge, in the freezer. Take them out and boom, ready for breakfast within minutes.
Yeah, and these are good in toaster ovens when they're done. These are good in a bowl. Just you put it on parchment just in the oven if you don't have time to watch it. Okay. But the way you would get it from this to this is just in a non-toxic enamel pan. You can do it with just a little bit of coconut oil or none at all. And do one side and then the other, and as it browns evenly, you know it's done. As you press on it, you can tell that it's done all the way through. So that's what it looks like just before it goes into the pan. And then this is what it looks like when it comes out of the pan, ready to eat.
Amazing.
And so for Mother's Day, you could do something. This is a little probiotic cheese. This is a cashew cheese. This is an entirely vegan meal, which actually works for our paleo friends as well because there's no grains. So this is a probiotic cashew cheese that I've gone ahead and put something that we foraged from North Carolina right from our property, and that's some morels. So I pan sauteed a little bit of morels, and I put them in the cheese with a little bit of CP1, custom probiotics. And the custom probiotics went into the cheese when it was cold, not into the hot pan. You don't want the probiotics in the hot pan. Put it into that cashew cheese, and now we've got a gut building, beautiful probiotic yum yum, and we're going to put some pine nuts on here and a little bit of, if you have sliced avocado, we've got a little bit of avocado dressing to put on here and some greens.
All right, hand it over, woman.
That's right.
I will do the taste testing for everybody.
I love to make this beautiful and spiralized. Some beets and some carrots, and then we're ready to go. There we go. There we go.
Who's envying me?
That's right. The guy behind, Sage and Jerry behind the camera going, is there more?
Cut. End of the day. Thank you. Signing up. Oh my God, it's so good.
So just to recap, we've used literally a half a cup of coconut flour, 2 tablespoons of psyllium husk, a 1/4 of a cup of coconut oil, and a cup of boiling water, some jing herbs to bring you up into that superhero stratosphere, And you can
Stratosphere.
top this however you want. These are beautiful. Stick them in the freezer, like you said. They're good for a couple weeks in the freezer.
Or even in the fridge a couple of weeks if they don't go bad.
Yeah, they don't go bad. Probably because of the coconut oil.
Yeah.
And they keep that beautiful bendable. It's almost like a pita, only it's more tender than the pita. It has a lot more flavor.
It is.
And you can swing those sweet as well. Like I said, you could take out the spices and the garlic and do cinnamon and a little bit of Lakanto. We're going to do that next in the next little segment. We're going to do some ice cream. So there you have it. You've got a beautiful little tea sandwich or a bread, or this is good for tailgate or Mother's Day. You choose. There you go.